And next up is me. So hi, I'm going to introduce myself because there's no one else to do it. And today my session, and thank you so much for sticking around. We are in our final half an hour. We all appreciate your attention and taking time out of your busy day to stay with us and to nourish yourself. Today, the feminine practice I'm going to share with you and really invite you in to nourish yourself with is called How to Become the Queen of Your Life. So get your crown ready. If you have a real tiara around, like grab it. Why not? First, we're going to talk about what that means to become the queen of your life, to embody that inner queen energy. Then I'm going to lead you through a meditation. You might, again, want to have a piece of paper and a pen nearby to write down some of the downloads that I hope you'll receive in the meditation. And then if we have some time, I'm also just going to drop some like super little micro rituals on you for you to activate that being in that queen energy, just like that throughout your day, because I know we don't always have the time to stop, drop, and meditate. Now, if you did miss my introduction at the beginning of our event, I will just do it again for you. I'm Dana B. Myers. I've been thrilled to be your host at this event today that CafeMom has organized for us. It's been really a joy. I am the founder of a sexy beauty and lifestyle brand called Booty Parlor. We've been around for 15 years. I've been an entrepreneur in the female empowerment and sexual wellness space for that long. I'm also the author of 2 books. They're called The Mojo Makeover and then The Mommy Mojo Makeover. I'm really rooted in the space of helping women and mothers tune into their own power, their sensuality, so that they can really thrive and also create more thriving relationships. I definitely believe that when 2 people in a relationship are getting their love needs met, and I don't mean just sex, I'm talking love needs, self-love, support, communication needs, that it's only ever a good thing for the kids. And so we got to make time for it. So I help women do that through my courses like the Satisfied Mama and my workshops. I love to create content and I do a lot of it for Truth Bomb Mom, so you can catch me there. And I've been married for 15, almost 16 years. We had our 15th wedding anniversary during the pandemic, which was interesting. And I'm very happy. And I'm happy because I work on it. I work on myself and I work on my relationship every single day. And I work on nourishing myself within the experience of motherhood. Because when I don't, it's not so pretty. So this is very much about this queen energy, on holding and nourishing and developing the queen energy. And that doesn't mean I'm on a throne. It just means I'm holding myself in a different way. So let's talk about what it means. And I'm going to first talk about queen energy. I'm going to share how it looks and feels when we're not in queen energy. Okay. And you can just put some emojis in the chat or be like, yeah, I've been there. That's not queen energy. So when we're not in queen energy, we are putting everyone else's needs above our own to the point of exhaustion and even resentment, right? It looks like draining ourselves, running ourselves ragged while you care for everyone else and not ourselves, because you think that's just how things are supposed to be. Very easy to do. That's right, Lisa. But on the flip side, a queen gives herself rest, right? She tends to herself and she gives herself permission, knowing that guilt is a wasted emotion. Another symptom of being out of our queen energy is when we become disconnected to our sensuality and our pleasure, right? We're like, well, we're mothers now. We're so busy. Our sexiest and most sensual days are just behind us, and that's just how it is. But I say no. I say a firm no to that, because a queen prioritizes her pleasure. And again, I'm not just talking about sexual pleasure. She prioritizes pleasure in and out of the bedroom through food, through being present, through stopping to smell the flowers. I mean, these are basic things, but pleasure is like the gateway drug to a healthy life, right? When we feel good, we create more feeling good. It's very simple. She also uses pleasure to avoid getting stuck in the feelings of scarcity and worry and future tripping, right, about what's going to happen next. So let's flip things around now and talk about more queen traits and queen energy. So I love this one. A queen is responsive, right? She pauses. She doesn't react. She doesn't let her temper flare. She's not on edge, so her temper has a chance to flare. She is responsive. She pauses, and then she reacts to the challenges and opportunities that are coming her way. A queen is confident in who she is as she is. And this is a big one, especially right now with social media and how easy it is to completely get lost in the comparison trap. Anybody get lost in the comparison or jealousy trap? It's very easy to do. But a queen is confident in who she is, and she draws inspiration. When she sees someone and maybe wishes that she had what that other person had, she doesn't get jealous. She doesn't wind up feeling worse about herself. She draws inspiration from the others. And maybe she even reaches out and says, hey, I love what you're doing. Can we talk? Can we brainstorm? Can we collaborate? A queen operates from a place of abundance. And this is a big one. And I don't mean your bank account is, to the ultimate goal of where it needs to be, but abundance in your own worthiness, right? Worthiness is, I'm 45 years old. I'm still working on my worthiness, because to me, when I'm feeling worthy, everything else is easier. A queen appreciates her bounty. She appreciates the love and the health that she has. And she doesn't allow herself to get stuck in a scarcity or a struggle mentality, right? And we've all been there. I don't have enough. I'll never have enough. Everything is hard. But to try to shift your mindset to abundance and worthiness. A queen has healthy boundaries, definitely has healthy boundaries. A queen is self-assured. She trusts her decision. She doesn't second guess herself all the time. I remember, there have been moments in my life where I have not been in queen energy, and especially in the early days of new motherhood, second guessing every single thing, every choice, every purchase. No, a queen pauses. She's responsive, and she trusts her own inner knowing. That to me has been a revelation, that particular element. And this next one I love so much. These are words directly from one of my teachers and one of my dear friends, Sarah Durham Wilson, who is the creator of the Maiden to Mother movement. And she says, a queen roots and blooms in her life in each moment, because she knows that the moment is all she has, right? She's not future tripping, and she's not in the past. She's not running and racing and reaching for the next thing. She's rooting and she's blooming like a rose. I love that imagery when I get caught up in myself or in my worry or in what's next or what more can I achieve? No, I'm going to root and bloom. And that attitude of grounding really settles me so that I can be more present for everyone else. And another thing that Sarah says is that a queen hears herself to heal herself. We hear ourselves to heal ourselves, just as we do with our kids. How are you feeling? I'm sad. Why are you sad? And then we give our children that space to hear themselves so we can help them heal ourselves. And that's what a queen does for herself as well. So do you see what I did? To become the queen of our lives, we go from serving others first to prioritizing ourselves. We go from ignoring our sensuality and feeling like it's all dried up to really harnessing pleasure as the rocket fuel of our lives. We go from being reactive to being responsive, from comparison and jealousy to confidence and really garnering inspiration from other women and from our community. We go from scarcity to abundance and worthiness. We go from self-doubt and second guessing ourselves to trusting our inner knowing. And that can feel like a big leap, but it is worth the work. And she stops running and reaching for what's next, and she roots and she blooms. So how does that feel when I frame it up, when I sort of compare, not being in queen energy and being in queen energy? Like, to me, it's like my whole body breathes a sigh of relief when I start tapping into these words and these traits of living in queen energy, right? Much better, Lisa says, no more victim mentality. Bridget says, I keep telling myself I shall reign. Yeah. So responsive, self-assured, abundant, worthy, sensual, trusting, rooting and blooming. That's where I want to be as a woman and mother. I'm going to start using this. Yes, Jessie, queen energy. Now, I get it, like in our busy day, insane marathon of mothering, this this complete queen energy may not be that easy to come by. And that's okay. You know, we're on a constant growth process as women. We are constantly going through initiations as we mature. With each initiation we go through, we have to let certain things die, certain ways of being, in order to let new ways be born. Does that make sense to everyone? This concept of initiation. So maybe you have to let your attachment to scarcity die. The way that you learn from your parents, maybe you have to let that go in order for something new to be born, for new beliefs to really take hold in your body and mind. Again, it's not easy, but it's worth it. So some of the words that I mentioned, maybe one or two really struck a chord in you. I want you to go ahead and write those down if you have a piece of paper next to you, or you can pop them in the chat. Maybe you want to be more responsive and less reactive. Maybe you want to be in abundance instead of scarcity. Go ahead and think about those because we're going to tap into them in this meditation. And really what this meditation is going to do is just help you tune into that queen energy and tune into your own inner wisdom and tune into your own guidance, right? That's part of it. A queen of her life is interested in others' opinions, but not ruled by them. And so what we're really going to do is just practice listening to our own inner wisdom. Lisa says, prioritize, confident, operate from a place of abundance in my own worthiness. Beautiful. So for this meditation, hopefully you're already in a comfortable spot. If you have scored privacy from your family members, please hold on to it. If not, that's okay. Just do your best to follow along. Bridget says confident, positive, and worthiness. Yeah, worthiness is a big one for us. So just go ahead and settle in to the comfy chair. If you can lie down and not fall asleep, great, do that. And relax your eyelids. Relax your shoulders. I just had to relax mine. Relax your jaw. And just breathe. Start opening up to your breath. Just take big, deep, loving breaths into your body. And make sure that your eyes are closed if that's comfortable for you. And really feel that wherever you're sitting or lying upon can hold you. It can hold you and support you if you allow it to hold and support you. And then just relax another 10, 15%. Just melt your body. And as you take some deeper sips of breath, I want you to visualize moving any frenzied energy or worrying energy about what comes next after this event or what's tomorrow, and visualize that in a ball up in your brain. But then that ball turns into honey and it starts to drip down into the body, through your chest, down into your belly, down into your feet, and down into the ground. And now it's gone. And all that's left in you is a warm, honeyed softness in your body. And now I invite you to bring your attention into your inner chamber. For some, this will immediately be your belly. You know that's your inner chamber or your womb space, your pelvis. For others, it'll be your heart space. Don't think about it too much. Just bring your awareness into the part of your inner body where you feel the most spaciousness right now. And then imagine that that space becomes your favorite place or your favorite place to dream of. Maybe it's the beach or the jungle, a cool rainforest, or the desert. And as you relax into that space, you start to look around and notice your surroundings. So what do you smell? Maybe the ocean or the moss of the forest floor. the beach air, or your favorite sunscreen? And what do you hear? Maybe it's little raindrops or a breeze in the trees. And even what's the temperature on your skin? What does your skin feel like? And as you're noticing these sensory inputs, I want you to notice gently that there's another presence in this space with you, in this very safe inner chamber of yours. There is a loving, beautiful, strong, regal presence with you in the space. And you feel completely safe just noticing her. And then you notice that this other presence is you. This is your inner queen. This is your highest version of you. This is your happiest version of you. This is the most self-loving, self-trusting, worthy version of you. And this other presence, let's call her queen, just acknowledge her. Greet each other. And just notice how you feel. Do you want to hug her? Do you want to kneel down in reverence before her? Maybe you want to keep a safe distance from her. Maybe her power feels overwhelming to you. Any response is fine. Just notice and always return to your breath. And now I want you to take a closer look at her, at this inner queen representation of you. So what is she wearing? Maybe she's in velvet, leather pants, or a coat covered in flowers. And what does her hair look like? Is it your color? Maybe it's gone gray and silver. What does her face look like? Is she your age? Is her face weathered with more lines or wrinkles than you have right now? And what do her hands look like? Is she holding anything? Are her hands open to receive you? Maybe they're on her own heart, honoring herself. And then I want you to become aware of a light that's glowing just at her head. Maybe it's golden, maybe it's a white light or prismatic, like a rainbow. Maybe it's purple or ruby colored. And that light starts to grow and grow brighter and brighter on her head. And you realize that that is her crown. And this glowing crown is the visual representation of her knowing, her power, her love, her self-honoring, her sovereignty, her abundance, her glowing confidence, her bloom, her boundaries, her trust in herself, and her trust in you. And then see her lift her hands up to this glowing, luminous crown that represents all these traits, this inner queen way. And she lifts it from her head and places it onto yours. And you receive it. And the light starts to spread throughout your entire body in the most warm and pleasurable way. And as that crown settles onto you and the pleasure spreads and melts through your body, you feel what your highest queen energy feels. You feel self-assured, responsive, worthy, so worthy, trusting of yourself, radiating with pleasure in your body, confident, capable, abundant, blooming, sensual, held, inspired, in awe of your own strengths and talents and uniqueness. You feel relaxed because you are holding healthy boundaries. You feel so comfortable with the space you take up, with the space your body takes up. You feel supported, honored, honoring, appreciated, and respected. And it feels so good. You feel these inner queen feelings just permeating your body fully and completely. And you want to hold on to these feelings. And to do that, you're going to ask this queen, which is you, your inner queen, for some guidance. And as you ask these questions, just listen and receive. You don't have to force an answer. An answer may come now, an answer may come later. Just open up and listen. And as that crown continues to glow on your head and fill your body with light and pleasure, ask her, what inside of me needs to be healed to connect with my inner queen like this? What can I release to more fully embody this inner queen each day? What can I let go of? What symbols or images or pictures can you share with me that I might call upon to commit to and connect with this queen energy easily and swiftly? What daily actions, big or small, can I take to attune me with this queen energy? What can I ask of my loved ones to support me as I step more fully into becoming the queen of my life? And what is one word or phrase or message that I can remember to activate this connection to you? And now, as you breathe and hold this inner wisdom and these messages that you've just received, you pass the crown back to her and you thank her. You are thanking yourself, and you hold on to the queen energy that is now pulsing through your body. Again, you thank her, you thank yourself, you thank your inner queen for showing up and sharing her wisdom today so that you can carry it with you each and every day. Always ready to put your crown on and stand in your knowing. And you nod to each other or bow to each other or fist bump or do a fun handshake. Or perhaps you embrace one another, knowing that you are one and knowing that you are always there for each other. You are always there for yourself. And now let's begin to deepen our breath and say goodbye until next time, and close that internal chamber, knowing that you can ask her and access her anytime you need to for this kind of guidance. And now just start to wiggle your fingers and toes and flutter your eyelids and start to come back into this space that we are in together, feeling more confident, more sensual, more radiant, more in bloom, and more in touch with your inner queen. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you for taking that journey with me. If there were any messages, any symbols or pictures, any guidance that came in super strong, I recommend you jot it down right now. If you want to share a message that came to you, an action, a daily action that you received in order to tap into this queen energy, drop it in the chat. I find that when we share, we just acknowledge and affirm one another. So obviously this kind of meditation, this kind of inner searching for and locating your inner queen and just getting quiet enough to hear her, you know, as we've discussed all day, we don't always have the time to do that. But to remember, we do have the time to remember, we do have the time to look at our journal and say, oh, wow, I received a message that all I need to do is ask for more help. I stopped asking my family for help because I felt like I had to do it all myself. I just need to ask so that I can go and be a queen. But again, we don't always have the time to meditate. There's lots of practical ways that we can connect with our queen energy. We've learned a lot about them throughout all of today. Some more, you can adorn your body with jewelry. If you saw her hands in your meditation, if you saw her hands were covered in rings, wear rings, wear something to connect you, wear the color purple. If her crown was purple, wear something that can be that tie, that thread to that queen energy that you just tuned into to kind of bring you in there. You can practice sensual eating, slow down, taste everything, let that pleasure spread throughout your body, just like a queen would. You can buy yourself flowers. You can visualize decorating that inner chamber with flowers so that your queen feels like a queen in a beautiful space. You can look in the mirror into your own eyes and just say, queen, 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 queen. Just look at yourself and feel that and say that. So, thank you. Jessie says, that's how I feel when I eat chocolate. Me too. Me too. Me too. I hope that you guys received some really beautiful messages from yourself, from your inner queen, on what needs to be healed in order to access your inner queen, on what needs to be released, what support you need, and what some words or phrases are for you to really just drop into that. Thanks, Brooke. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. If that meditation served you, I believe we are going to be sending out a replay, I think, of that. So you'll be able to do that again and practice and get more messages every time you do it. There are more meditations like this in my online program called The Satisfied Mama. I am going to be sharing a code for that. You can get 50% off to join that, just in gratitude for showing up here and spending time with us today. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Dana Myers XOXO, where I'm always sharing my thoughts on self-love and sex and relationship and going through the feminine initiations that we go through. And, it may sound crazy, but letting old things die so that new may be born. And I talk about that as well on my Instagram. I also invite you to browse all my sexy goodies at bootyparlor.com. We have wonderful seductive beauty products to adorn your body and create those yummy, wonderful, sensual body rituals with. Also, some really fun, sexy things to invite creativity and inspiration into your relationship and your love life, which we all need. We got kids running around. We all need the creativity.